Okay guys, so here we go. This video is going to be an absolute game changer. How many of you right now want to know how to get every single person's dominant buying motive out of them? And you'll learn why they want to buy, why they're here, and what will make them say yes and go over the edge now. How many of you want to know that? All of you want to know that. This video is called Discover. Okay, how do you discover what that is? You guys better get ready, buckle your seatbelt, because I'm going to take you on a journey that is going to show you how to kick butt. This is going to be a longer video. I'm going to try to go through it as fast as I can so it's not too long, but I will tell you, out of all the videos that I teach, all the videos that I train, if you miss this one, you will not make it. So pay attention. Are you ready? All right. Discover. I want you to write this down. We're going to start right off the gate with a pen and a piece of paper, and what's written will be retained. Number one, people buy for their reasons, not yours. Write this down. People buy for their reasons, not yours. Dad, can I give people reasons and excuses to say yes today? Yes. But how did they request information? How did they get a hold of you? Why are they sitting in front of you? People have something going on in their head. It's your job to figure it out. In the last video, we talked about linking, what links you to them. Now we're talking about discovering what will make them say yes now. So people buy for their reasons, not yours. Find out their reasons first. That's all I want you to do. Then you can add all your reasons to it, but we need to find out theirs first. Most salespeople don't do that. Secondly, we're going to write this down. Better said, people don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. People love to buy. I love to spend money, but I don't like to be sold. And neither do you, and neither do your clients. And that's why we're going to help people buy. And I'm going to tell you how to discover how to help people buy like never before, which is what they want. They don't want to be sold. They want to be helped. Okay? Now I want you to write this down. I'm going to give you a lot here because I want you to have this thing just filled up when we're done. Okay. Why they buy, underline why they buy, is more valuable than how to sell. Say again. Why they buy, why people came in to do business with you, what was going on in their head. That information is more valuable, is priceless, way more valuable than your skill of selling. And so your skill of selling is useless if you don't figure out why they want to buy. This is the discovery video that will teach you. And I'm about to run it across your plate like you've never seen. All right, here we go. So establishing why they buy is determining their need or needs. Their dominant buying motive, underline buying motive, and then put dominant buying motive. Dominant buying motive means there might be a lot of buying motives. There could be more than one. There could be more than one to discover. But there will be ultimately one dominant one. This one will create pain. This one is something that they really want. This is something that you must find out. And too many salespeople don't find it out, and that's the reason why they can't close every client. And I'm going to tell you how to find it, and I'm going to teach you what to look for right now. Their buying motive, which are the reasons for buying, are way more important than your selling skills. And remember, write this down. People don't care what you do. They don't care unless they think or believe it helps them. Pretty simple. Shall we keep going? The best part about finding your customers' reasons for buying is that it will completely differentiate you from all of your competitors who are trying to sell. Let me say it again. The best part about finding the reasons for buying, the dominant buying motive, the need, the want, why, the fear, the risk, why, is because it will completely differentiate you. Do you want this to be separation season between you and the amateurs and the weak? This is it. It will completely differentiate you from all of the other competitors who are trying to sell. If we ended right here, it would be over. Now let me tell you how to do it. All right, I'm going to give you some. Now, you got to write these down. These are the things. These are the things that clients have going through their mind, things that they're thinking, things that will help you push the ball past the score line. All here. Are you ready? So I want you to write down the word, and then I'm going to give you my definition. Number one, motive. Finding out their dominant buying motive gets you to the heart of the sell. I call that its heart. Okay? You got to get to the heart of the sell. And that is going to be their greatest desire to take action. Now, how will we find these motives? Are you ready to train? You ready to get to the heart of the sale? Here they are. You got to find out people's story. Write that down. Story. You got to find out people's story. What does that mean? Major clues about what they like and they don't like so you can establish a real relationship. I assure you, you will not be doing any closing or helping anyone if you do not establish a real relationship. The last I checked, 99% of the world is not fond of transactional relationships. They say that they want it easy, but what they want is they want you to make them feel that you're different than everyone else, and that makes it easy. Okay? So, you want to get them to tell stories. You want to find out more information about people. Earlier in the last video, we're talking about engaging, getting people, linking with people, getting people to tell stories about things going on in their life, the questions that we ask to get people to talk. Ready? So stories, major clues or likes or dislikes that allow you to establish a real relationship. Are you ready? Next one is going to be past experiences. This is big. Okay? You can find out some things about people from past experiences. Now, I want you to understand this. This is one of the biggest problems salespeople take wrong. Listening is your number one job. Listening, what is it? Listening, 2 ears, 1 mouth, is your number one job with the intent. What is your intent? To understand them and their situation. Listening is your number one job with the intent to understand them and their situation. That's it. And so many people, we want to tell them everything that we know, but we don't get an opportunity to understand any of their buying motives. Why? Because you're talking the whole time. The greatest salespeople don't talk the most. I'm a sniper. When I speak, my words are deadly. I don't need to talk a lot. I need to ask questions. I need to engage. I need you to feel close to me. And by the way, become a really good person along the way. These things are going to help you be great. Okay, so past experiences. Listen, listening is your number one job with the intent to understanding them and their situation. Number 2, ready, never interrupt. Never. Don't ever cut someone off. Too many people cut someone off when they're saying something because they're trying to think about what to say next and they want to get it out of their mouth. And when you interrupt them, they could have said one more sentence that instead of you going right and saying this, you might have went left and said that, but you interrupted them so they never got it out of their mouth. And at the end, you're wondering why they didn't close, why didn't they sell? It's because you interrupted them. Let them spill it. Okay? Oh, they just said that. Put that in my pocket. I'll save that for the close. Don't interrupt them, okay? At the end of the story, when they're done telling you anything about anything that happened, do me a favor, write this down. Ask more questions. Ask more questions. Why? Because the more questions you ask, the more stuff you uncover. That's discovery, okay? All right, expertise. This is big. I see this mistake being made all the time. You ready? Expertise. Don't outshine them. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 types of people. And I didn't write this down this way, but this will help you explain it. Write this down. 2 types of customers. 1, 2. 1, they know it all. They're heavily educated. They've been on Google for weeks. They've been searching this out for 6 months. You got to make this person feel powerful. Man, Dan, you could do this for a living. I don't even need to be here, Dan. I don't even know why I'm talking to you right now. You know what I'm saying? You know more information than the president of our company. That's amazing, Dan. How'd you do it? Wow, Dan, I need to sit down and learn from you. What are we doing? We're making Dan feel powerful. What is Dan's expertise? Dude, you don't try to sit there and tell Dan about everything you know because Dan already knows it. You need to make Dan feel powerful. Number 2, person you got to help understand. You got to educate that person. They don't know a lot about it. Maybe they're an emotional buyer. Maybe they ended up here. They saw something from the road. They pulled off the highway. Maybe they saw something online. Maybe I was trying to look up someone on Facebook, but then the ad, hit me and, I saw that thing. Now I reached out to you and, it's like, okay, like you got to educate them. But some people are really educated. Dude, you got to find out their expertise. Okay. Don't ever try to play the expert when you're dealing with an expert. Okay. Make the experts feel powerful. And then the people who need to be educated, educate them. You feel me? Just know who you have. And I think a lot of people don't only sell one way and they don't think about that. Okay. So that could be the death of you. All right. We're going to go to the next one. Need. Okay, what does that mean? That's urgency to buy. I need it. I need it. What does that mean? My car broke down. I need it. I need a new car. I need a new engine. I need a new battery. My garage door isn't opening. I need a new one. I need this fixed. They need it. When someone needs something, what is their urgency? Through the roof. Want, write this down. You need to go needs and wants. Some people want stuff. Remember, when you want something, you don't have to have it. You just want it. What does a want? Want's an emotional buy. Okay? I want you to listen up closely. Want's an emotional buy. I'm going to explain this to you. Let's say there's a price. Okay? Not everyone is willing to pay for the best. I want you to write this down. Not everyone is willing to pay for the best, but everyone wants the best. Would you agree? Okay. So the difference whether people get the best and pay for the best is the salesperson creates the difference. Not everybody wants to pay for the best, but everybody wants the best. What's the difference? Salesperson. You create the difference, how great you are, how well you can discover these things. Okay? All right, ready? What are reasons why people buy? Resolving problems. Okay, sometimes people got problems they need to resolve. Are you ready? I want you to write this down individually, okay, in their family, or in their business. Okay, I want you to write this down. They must believe massively that you, okay, if it's something you do, or this product is a form of salvation. This thing will change everything for them. This will make them purchase faster. Do you get it? Okay. You must make them believe massively that this product is a form of salvation. This will make them purchase faster, which is your goal. It solves everything. And I call this resolving problems. You're clearly the solution. And you do such a great job of painting it. Passion. Ready? The highest form of emotion. This is why you have to believe. Everything that I've taught you up to this point. Passion selling is huge. People have passion. It's the highest form of emotion. You ready? Write this down. It's important. If you miss this, you're screwed. Sales are made emotionally and justified logically. Sales are made emotionally with passion, but they're justified logically. If you can do this, no one can say no. Fear. Please understand this. Stay with me. I'm giving lots of different motives, things I want you to think about, things you must learn, things you must study. Rule number 1 in business, don't ever let anyone else know your business better than you. Right here, fear. Fear of loss is greater than desire to gain. And you may say, well, what does that mean? Let me give you an example. Someone says, yes, I want to beat the competition, but greater than that is the fear of losing to the competition. So winning sounds exciting, but losing sounds horrible. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate losing more than I love winning. People say I love winning. I hate losing. And so I don't want to lose. So if you were to sell me something, you could sell me how to win and I would love that. But if you sold I would lose, how like this could prevent me from losing, I hate losing. I would probably bite more for that. So you need to understand fear. Okay? Again, study this video as many times as you want until you understand it. It will click. All right, this is a big one, mental math. I love this one. I use it all the time. I do it myself. I also understand when other people are doing it. Most are. And most, even if they're not doing it, I can make them do it. So I want you to understand mental math. Okay, very good sales technique here. By the way, it is a motive. It's a dominant buying motive. Some people, they think about ROI. Do you think about ROI? If you go to spend 1,000 with me right now, I'm just giving an example. If you could make 10,000, you're like thinking, oh, I can make 9,000 if I give him 1,000. So I make 10 times my money. That's great. That's great ROI. I can justify spending this right now because this is what's going to happen. That's mental math. Okay, and I'm going to explain it to you. Mental math. I call it the greed purchase. The greed purchaser, the greed decision making. What does that mean? Like what's in it for me? Okay, like I'm gaining. Okay, it's like the gain purchaser. Are you ready? Now listen to me. A mental purchasing process of thinking about how much they will win by owning what you are selling. As you're thinking, now listen, I want you to understand this. As you're talking to the client, your clients are often doing what's known as mental math. They are figuring out their profits in advance in their head as they're making a decision to buy it. Does that make sense? I'm thinking about the profits in advance. If I buy this thing, it could do this for me. Okay, cool, it's worth spending it. Boom, what is that? It's a mental math close. It's a mental math purchase. That's my motive. My motive is if I buy it, I know the ROI's there, decision's made. By the way, if your client's not thinking this way, could you use this as a close and get people to think with mental math what the ROI would be if they had this? And so basically it's not what does it cost, it's like what does it cost for you not to have it? If this could make you $100,000 and you spent $10,000 with me, the cost of you not owning it is $90,000. So notice how I'm not saying you can make it 90. I'm like saying you're losing 90,000. Like literally you're taking a trash can, you're taking 90,000, you're catching it on fire. Again, go to fear, go to mental math, right? This is huge. You guys got to understand these are dominant buying motives. These are also techniques used in sales. Discovery. Discovery is so beautiful. I'm going to keep going. You guys cool? You guys getting tired? You need a nap? All right. Next one, vanity. Write it down. How great their life will be, or how great something maybe looks on them, or how great they look driving this. Vanity. You're trying something on in the mall. You're trying this leather jacket on. I'm just giving an example. I don't wear leather jackets, but let's say I am. And someone walks by and goes, dang, you look like Tom Cruise, man. You look good. You're like, dang, I do look good. I'm like, I need it. Yeah, we'll take it. It's like, it feels good. Vanity. Anytime you can create vanity in a purchase, it's over. Okay? Especially if you can understand that that person operates in that style. Does that make sense? Okay? Again, dominant buying motives. I want you to think about these things. Are you ready? Desire to impress. This is another one. Write it down. Desire to impress. Living the life no one ever thought they could. Man, you work hard, John. I'm going to tell you, you deserve it, man. I know it's not about the desire to impress. It's just about you don't get what you deserve. You get what you earn. And you earned it, man. So you deserve it. You need to get it. I mean, it looks good on you. Looks great. Boom, vanity. Do it now before the price raises. These things are probably going to cost 3 times more, in the next 60, 90 days. Get it now. You're going to get it anyways. Might as well get it less. If money's a concern to you, might as well spend less now and get it. Boom, boom, boom. Mental math, fear, vanity, desire to impress. Notice how I'm pulling all these in. That's it. It's a close, but all these motives are there. Now they're all motives, but what's the dominant motive? I don't know. That's why you got to understand this. Okay? All right, we're going to finish this out with a couple more, and then we're going to end with a little homework. Okay? Peace of mind. I want you to write that down. Not using it today, not needing it today, but I'll need it one day. Let me give you an example. Life insurance. Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, obviously, death isn't uncontrollable. It's an uncontrollable. Nobody can control. Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, you have a vehicle right now, has 89,000 miles. It's out of warranty. It's not a matter of if one day it's going to stop working or go out. It's just when. And the question is, when it does, who's going to pay for it? Or Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, death is an uncontrollable. It's not a matter of if you're going to die, it's when. And since death is an uncontrollable and God doesn't tell us when it's going to happen, it could be driving home after this conversation and it happens. And I know that the peace of mind of you going to sleep every night, knowing if something happened to you, that your wife and your children on the worst day of their life would be left with a tax-free check, is priceless. And in the last 30 seconds of your life, I'm pretty sure the things that you'd be thinking about in your life wouldn't be making money. It'd probably be to make sure your family's okay. That no other man has to come in and take care of them after you're gone. They're good. All right? Okay. So that's why signing on the dotted line right now will provide that peace, and you know that they're taken care of. That's it. Peace of mind. Hope I did a good job explaining it. This can be used in any industry. You just need to figure out what your industry is and understand what your product does that allows people to have peace of mind. It's a dominant buying motive. Maybe they're thinking about it, or maybe I created that for them to think about. Maybe I created that motive, but it's the facts. It is the truth. And this is why you guys are training with me. I'm going to teach you to be great at sales. Next one, desired outcome. This is huge, okay? Most dangerous selling is not selling benefits and features. It's selling outcomes. Ooh, desired outcome. Listen, guys, if you go to Lowe's and you go to buy a screw gun, Do you want the guy to say, oh yeah, let me show you this screw gun right here that has a 3-volt battery, 9 inches from here to there. It has the 3 different screw patterns. Hey, listen to me. Will it stay charged all the time? Desired outcome. I want to use it whenever I want. Yep. It'll always stay charged. So anytime in the world you want to use it, you can use it. Okay, cool. Does it screw it in the wall? Is it easy to use? Do I got to have a lot of muscles and I'm strong and my husband's got to do it? Or can I do it and I'm the wife? Can my kids do it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Desired outcome. It's easy to use. It always stays charged and it gets it makes the hole I want. See? Most salespeople want to sell benefits and features, and what they don't understand is desired outcome. Selling the outcome is everything. Talk outcomes with your people. Dangerous. Only the pros do it. Okay? And then, ready? We're going to talk about something else here. The risk of not getting. Benefits are cool. Write this down. Benefits are cool. Benefits are valuable. Transferring of risk is everything. So, watch this. Let's say I was going to say automotive insurance, and I'm like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, this has roadside assistance. You got AAA if you need to use it. Your deductible is going to be this and that and this. What is that? Benefits and feature selling. You want me to show you sell risk? Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, you guys have a beautiful life. You have everything you need. The reason why you'd want to use our insurance company is because in the event that you guys get into an accident, someone is going to try to sue you for everything that you have in your life. And they're going to want to take your house. They're going to want to take your cars. They're going to take your savings account. And yes, this does happen. I see it every day. And the policy we're putting in place protects you from all of that. So in the event that there's an accident, it's not a matter if it happens, it's when. And when it does, this right here transfers the risk over to the policy where no one can ever do that and take anything from you. Is that what you want? Yeah. I just sold you on risk. I didn't sell you on benefits and features. This is why you got to be good at selling. This is why you need to understand the different motives that flow through every company, through every sale. There's so many different ways to look at something. Do you hear me? Okay. All right. Mastery is about understanding buying motives and risks. Mastery. It's about understanding buying motives and risks. And I've talked about risks. I've talked about buying motives. I've talked about dominant buying motives, and I've talked about smaller motives. If you can understand all of these, this will make you dangerous. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know that I enjoyed sharing it with you because I know it's going to help you guys help a lot of people, and it's going to build you a really nice life. Okay? You might have to watch this 1,000 times to get it down right, but you're going to get it. All right. Answers you want to find out or think about. This is your homework. These are answers that you want to find out with your customers or things that you want to think about. Are you ready? I got about 4 of them here. Number 1, 4 or 5. Number 1, what impacts their business? Just simple as, I don't know what industry you're in, but you can ask, like, what impacts your business, right? Like, what makes it better? What makes it worse? Okay. How did they do last year? Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, how did you guys do last year? You know, financially, like economically, how did you do last year? How are you doing now? Was last year better and now it's worse? Or was last year worse and now it's better? It's good to know that information, okay? That all plays into things that you're doing. Okay, it depends on what industry you're in, but you could ask, make your own questions, okay? How would they profit more? Notice I put more. How would they profit? Everybody profits. How would they profit more or produce more as a result of buying and using what you're selling? Okay, you need to know that. How would they produce more? How would they profit more if they had what you're selling? You got to know that answer because that's going to allow you to frame the close, okay, which is another video. We'll get to framing later, okay? Only one at a time. 2 more things. Are you talking to the decision maker or are you talking to someone that needs to talk to someone about the final decision? You got to know this when you're having a conversation with somebody. If somebody has to talk to their wife, you should have known that way in advance. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, or hey, Mr. Johnson, if today obviously you came in and you could transfer this risk over like we talked about, which I'm sure you and your wife already had a conversation at the kitchen table about doing this, and it was easy and convenient, you saved money and it was affordable, is it something that you want to put in place to protect your family today? No, I need to really consult it with my wife. No problem. Let me give you some general idea information, or would you like me to go deep into it and then we can actually get her maybe on a Zoom call with us? Or how would that work best for you? And then I can explain it to you both at the same time. I would love to go deep with you guys, but since she needs to be a part of it, like can we get her and we can all go through it together? And that way in the end, it's y'all's decision together. If it looks good, we can save her the headache of having to come all the way down here. Oh yeah, I'd love to save my wife the headache. See? Just ask little questions up front, okay? Don't know what your company looks like, don't know what your industry looks like, but these are things that make you great. Amateurs don't care about what I'm talking to you about. If you guys are watching this and you're like, dude, I want to be the top 1% in the world, you are going to learn. I am going to change your life. And you are going to make buying very fun for a lot of people. You're going to get rich. And you're going to love your life. I call this heaven on earth. Getting rich and getting a rich life and helping a lot of people. So cool. Last one. What's their present urgency? Is it like, hey, Andy, this is something that I kind of wanted to do, maybe in the next 5 years? Okay, cool. Andy, this is something that, was really been weighing on our heart to get done, and we've been losing sleep over it. Oh, okay, what's their present urgency? Can you turn a non-present urgency customer to a present urgency customer? Yeah. Andy, look, so our goal is, I just want to get some information today on building this, a new house for me and my wife, but I think we're about 3 years out. I mean, to be honest with you. Okay, cool. Let me ask you a question. When you do buy in 3 years from now, is money going to be important to you? Yeah? Okay, cool. So if money's your biggest concern, what if I told you that the cost of supplies to build these homes, not what the builders are charging, but the cost of supplies, which are skyrocketing right now, are actually going to be up about 60% within the next 12 to 24 months. Which means if a house is going to cost $1 million, it's going to cost $1.6 million. That's $600,000 more to wait 24 months. If you could save that money and it was actually affordable, is that something that you would want to expedite and save the 600 grand? And actually, we only got so much time in life, like everybody's going to expire at some point. You guys could get into your new home quicker and it would actually cost you less. Is that something you'd entertain? Yeah? Oh, okay. What's the present urgency? Well, they said it was that, but then I made it this. What if you just gave them your whole sales pitch and you never asked any of that stuff? You could never frame why doing it sooner would be important. You don't want to wait until the end and then they say no and then try to overcome it. You want to pre-plant by asking questions, which is called framing. So when it gets to the end, they would say, well, based on all the information you gave us, Andy, it sounds like, this isn't something we were thinking about doing now, but it sounds like, if there's going to be a budget in line and it is going to come down to, how much money we got to put down when we buy this, it might be better to kind of try to get something worked out sooner than later. I love that. That's what I'm here for. I'd love to help you guys, get your dream house now. Oh, see that? Guys, listen, I love you. I appreciate you guys. I want to take everything that I know, all of it, and I want to share it with you. I'm going to continue to make as many videos as I can. My goal is 100 of all just the greatest sales tactics on planet Earth, in all the different ways to think, all the different ways to operate, all the different ways to overcome objections. Honestly, relationships kill objections. If you guys can learn all this stuff, no one can object to you. And if they do, you'll know so much that you'll be able to shut it down super quick. Okay? I appreciate you guys. My goal is to build the greatest communicators in the world, and this is going to help you do it. Sales and leadership will get you rich. This is the way to go. Remember, don't watch this video and go back and just do life the same now. Okay? Study it, take notes, write it down, start to implement changes slowly, and you'll look up in 6 months and no one will even recognize you. And your numbers will be through the roof. You'll be number one in your company, number one in your state, then you'll be number one in the country, you'll be number one in the world. Boom, 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 boom. That's what you guys want. Love you guys. See you in the next video.